Hey guys, Dale Bateman here, and on this episode of Build Your Success Online, I'm going to talk to you about writing your autoresponder welcome message. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so you've put together your first, or perhaps not your first, maybe you've done a few before, but you've put together a system whereby you're about to start emailing people who join a list that you've created in your autoresponder. So the first message that those people get is typically called the welcome email or welcome message. Sometimes people call it the thank you message. This is the first email somebody gets after they join your list. So there's a few things that I want you to keep in mind when you're preparing these welcome autoresponder emails. And it's really quite critical in terms of the way that you come across to your list, especially in this case because this is their first time really getting to know you and getting to know how you are going to be communicating with them in the future. So it's vital that you take these tips into consideration and try to follow along and make sure that you're doing things properly. Otherwise, it can have a serious effect on the trust and relationship that you are able to build with your list in the future. So let me first go over a couple of things that you should never do for your welcome message. Okay? The first thing is kind of simple, but it's kind of obvious too. Never just say thank you. Okay? This is an opportunity for you to give your people on your list who've just joined, remember that, they've just joined your list, they've just opted in, given you their email address, and this is their first impression of you. If you just come across and say, hey, thanks for joining my list, and that's it, well, it might leave people a little bit stale, you know what I mean? So, instead of that, you should always try to give people some content that they can use, whether it's something that's written right in the email itself, or perhaps a report that they can download for free, or even access to a free online course or something else that you've put together. Whatever it might be, you should always try to give them some good content in that first welcome message. That way, they're going to see that first impression of you and be impressed. They're going to think, hey, this person is really thinking about me, and they're honestly giving me quality content that I can use. So, that's number one. The second thing you should never do in a welcome email is sell things. Okay? Now, I swear, at least about 50% of people are still doing this. They're still saying, thank you, welcome to my list. Thank you for opting in. Now, please buy this product. No, bad idea. Right off the bat, people are going to get the wrong impression of you, and they're not going to see this as being a long-term relationship where you are giving them some quality content in exchange for them still remaining on your list. They're going to see you as a spammer and somebody who's just interested in trying to make a quick buck. So try not to come across that way. Keep sales out of your first welcome message. In many cases, I don't send an actual selling email for at least 5 or 6 emails after somebody first opts in. Okay? It's just not the time. You want to start building that trust, building that relationship, giving people quality content that they can use before you start offering them any products for sale. All right? So let's go into a couple of things now quickly that you should include in your welcome email when somebody first opts into your list. The first one, I sort of went over it before, but I'll repeat it again. You should be giving them stellar content. This is your best stuff, guys. You should come across, because there's a saying that you never get a second chance to make a first impression, right? So take this advantage and use it to your advantage. Give them some quality stuff that they can use, whether it's, like I say, a report, a course, an ebook, even just a really content-rich email for that welcome email, and that will set the stage for what they think you are going to provide for them in the future. And as long as you can uphold that standard, then you're golden. People will get to know you, get to trust you, and that relationship will be solid, and then you can start selling them whatever it is that you want. Okay? You should also let people know what to expect in future emails. Okay? And you can be very plain and very consistent about it. Just say, guys, this is the way that I tend to write my emails. I like to give you quality content on a regular basis. And the other thing that I tend to do is say to them, please tell me if you're not enjoying the content I'm giving you. It's only through, positive or negative feedback that you get from your list that you're able to improve the content that you're putting out there, right? So don't be afraid to ask for it. Ask for their opinion. What do you think of the emails you're getting? Are they too wordy? Am I giving you too much to think about? Is it not enough? Would you prefer to have some more things to think about? And so on and so on. Get some positive and or negative feedback, and it will help you to develop a proper back and forth conversation-like email situation with your list. Okay? Finally, you should end that welcome email with a setup for the next one. Try to tell them always what they're going to be able to expect in your next email. Okay? You should be thinking that far ahead anyway. And it doesn't matter if you're going to be emailing them daily or 3 times a week or twice a week or once a week. Try to make sure that they have some idea of what to expect next time. This does a couple of things. It shows them that you're organized and you care enough to give them fair warning of what to expect. And it also, gets them curious, especially if you can word it in such a way that it really gets the curiosity going with them and when they're finishing reading your email. They're right at the end of the email and you say, hey, don't forget to open your next email you get from me because I'm going to be giving you A, B, and C. You don't want to miss it, and so on. Okay? So guys, that's all the time I've got for today, but I wanted to share these tips with you on things you should definitely not and things that you should definitely do for your autoresponder welcome email for people who just join your list. It's very important to set off on the right foot and build that relationship from day one. All right, guys, thanks very much for tuning in today. My name is Dale Bateman. Please subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube, and click over to my blog and see what else I've got to offer. Lots of other great tips and tricks are coming your way very soon. So stay right here with buildyoursuccessonline.com, and until then, I'm wishing you a fantastic day. Bye for now.